Bitcoin, that it has, your career is on the line, so to speak. You're invested at that level. If you're a new adopter and you're just buying, holding, and going back to your job, this might be a little bit too much. And I think that's meant to be that way. There's a lot of focus on trading, which is great. It was very interesting. There's some really good panels that I recommend you go and find on the YouTube channel. And there's also focus on the fundamentals of Bitcoin. There's some really good talk about privacy, and there was a lot of talk about Bitcoin's uniqueness compared to everything else out there, including a lot of the altcoins and stuff. I really liked that it was highly interactive. There was very few speeches as you traditionally see them at conferences. There's a lot of panels with open, mics for questions. And that led to a very kind of organic and real conversation that people actually cared about in the moment, rather than what the speaker thinks the audience might like, and with a much slower feedback loop. So I really, really liked that it was so heavy on the panels. Also, the merch was fantastic. You gotta give him that. Tom Vase has some excellent merch, and this conference had some of the best merch I've ever gotten. I got some really cool dice that came with some pop sockets, some cards themed after the conference. It was very cool stuff. There was even a free picture booth where you get in and you take some pictures with somebody. There's a free one there, so we actually got some printed pictures with my girlfriend, which was awesome. Never seen one of those free in a conference. That was really nice. I don't think people even knew that was there. Because it's set in Vegas, there was a lot of fun things to do. One of the main events was the pinball tournament, which was great. There was like a massive warehouse of arcade machines. They had a lot of pinball. Of course, there's a big pinball tournament, which is a lot of fun, but there's also all kinds of games. There's a shooting game that I really liked. It was like an old Cowboys game, and you could just sort of shoot your way through the bad old Western sort of classic characters. That was great. There's a lot of cool games there. It was a great time to kind of hang out with people that you know online, but in a more casual, sort of less businessy Bitcoin kind of sort of environment. The scammies, of course, were very entertaining, very, very funny. I think it set the standard for future events of the like, and I expect we'll see more of the scammies, because they're just great fun for somebody that understands what's going on. It's a very niche event. If you're outside of crypto, you look at this and you're probably confused, but for those that are in the know, for those that are in the industry, I think the scammies were really entertaining. Even some of the people that were nominees for the scammies were making content about the scammies and responding and kind of trolling back. So I think it was really, really healthy critique and healthy entertainment around it. Yeah, because it was so small, I got to hang out with people like Adam Back and Max Kaiser, people that I hold in high regard. Peter Tull was there. Giacomo was walking around. So a lot of cool people. Willy Woo was there too. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but these are people that are having a big impact and doing very interesting stuff. And you could just casually have some chill conversations with them, and that's really worth a lot. That was really what made it extra special for me, and one of the main reasons I went is that you get to meet the people that are at the very least great communicators about what's going on in the space, and that's very special. It's definitely more oriented towards traders, because obviously it's Tom Vase's conference, right? And that's where the reality of this market is, that's where the money is. The money is in the trading, for the most part. That's where most of the money in this space has been made, is in supporting traders and trading itself, and most money has been lost too. But that's where the biggest opportunities are if you're not a programmer, right? And if you're not a serious, heavy duty entrepreneur, because being an entrepreneur in this space is difficult. And yeah, so one of the things that I like the most is that I got to hang out with some of the people that I like and that I follow on Twitter and on social media, and I got to interview a lot of them, right? So I've been following Max's content for years. For example, Max Kaiser, right? Finally got to sit down with him and talk with him for a little bit. I got an interview I'm gonna put out, and You can check that out below. I also got an interview with Adam Back. We had a great conversation, a very important conversation, I think, about privacy in Bitcoin and the next big soft fork that's coming that I think people need to start paying attention to. I talked to DJ Pepe. You know, this guy's a crypto artist. He's got a really interesting story, and I like following kind of like the crypto art side of things because it's just very unique and strange, and I've been covering kind of like the Pepe Cash side of things for a while, so you can see I like frogs. What can I say? I like frogs.
He's real. It's real. He's a real frog.
Yes, it sure is.
I also talked to Sasha Hodder, a lawyer in this industry, and she laid out some very important cases that are coming up and events in the legal side of things that I think we are going to need to have to pay attention to, and which could have a, you know, significant impact on the industry going forward in the United States. So definitely check that out. I think that's a really good conversation. And I got to talk to Adam Meister, hang out with him, who I've been on the show many times, and I'm gonna keep being in the show. Actually, we're gonna be doing a show with him really soon. That was just great to get to hang out with him for a moment. You know, we did a short video on my which you'll get to see below. But that was just great. He's just a very charismatic guy. It was a good time. Of course, I was a whiskey deep at that point, and there was some great whiskey at the conference too. So that's fun. All right, that's all I got. Check out the videos, like them, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you really like them, definitely share them. That's the most valuable thing you can do. And let me know what else I should interview these people about, or who else I should interview. I really want to know what you guys are interested in right now. All right.